Okay, so we're here with our guest of the show, Jody Pickles. Can I just call you Jody?
Of course.
She's the author of the new hit book, My Sister's Keeper. Kind of controversial, but we're going to go into that a little deeper. But Jody, let's start today with asking you, so tell us about your upbringing. Where you were born?
I was born in Long Island, New York on May 19th, 1966.
Nice. Now, so growing up in Long Island, what happened? Like, what did your parents do for a living?
My mom, Jane, was a nursery school teacher, and my dad, Myron, was a securities analyst on Wall Street.
Nice. Can you tell us more about your educational background and like what really got your creative writing started?
Yeah, well, I went to Princeton, and I majored in creative writing. I wrote 2 articles in a magazine, which is like what started my career. That like really inspired me to like keep writing. I graduated Princeton, and I had 2 jobs in editing and copywriting. I graduated, went to Harvard.
So what was life like after Harvard? Like, what was the next step in your life?
Well, I got married to my husband, Tim, and I wrote my first novel after I had my first child, Songs of a Humpback Whale.
Nice. How many kids do you guys have?
We have 3.
Nice.
When I was writing my novel, The Second Glance, that I came up with the idea, Try My Sister's Keeper, I was researching eugenics for the American Eugenics Society.
Now, what exactly is eugenics? Can you go into more detail about that?
Eugenics is the practice and belief of using selective breeding to improve the human race.
Very interesting and very controversial. We'll be right back after this short break. And we're back here on the Bell Show with our special guest for today, Jody, the author of My Sister's Keeper. And so far we've talked about her background and her educational background. And now we're talking about the main reason why she wrote the book, My Sister's Keeper. So, Jody, you want to take it away? Tell us why you wrote My Sister's Keeper.
Well, it was when I came across this American family with a daughter with a rare case of leukemia, and they had a son who was a perfect bone marrow match for her, and he was a lifelong donor for her. And it just got me thinking of like what he would feel if something happened to her. Like, would he feel responsible if she died, or like, was he only here because of his sister? And it just opened a whole new window for me.
Gotcha. Now I heard from another interview with someone that you said that the sister is now in remission. Is that true?
Yeah.
That's good to hear. Son has some rare case of cancer, or want to go into that some more?
Yeah, well, it's a non-cancerous disease. It's called cholesteatoma, and it's where you have tumors in your ears. And we tried this experimental surgery, which is supposed to get the tumors out safely, and he can hear, except he can't hear out of his left ear, and he can barely hear out of his right ear, but he's still healthy. And when I was writing this book, it was really easy to write because I could relate. They would be perfectly normal, and then they would just have to rush to the hospital because something was wrong with Kate, but that's how it was with Jake, and so it was just easy to write.
So it's good to hear that he can hear out of one of his ears. Now, back to My Sister's Keeper. Do you usually write about books based upon your life or just random events?
I don't usually write about things that have happened to me, except for My Sister's Keeper, just because it was really easy to write about. But usually I write about things that I can't really find an answer to myself. So it starts usually at what if, and then just a novel comes to me.
So Jody, what are some of your reoccurring topics that you write about?
I like to write interesting books, the ones You Can't Put Down.
Mm-hmm.
No, but usually I write about moral and ethical issues.
Like debatable books, right?
Yeah.
What are some of your personal favorites?
Peace by a River by Lee Fenger is my ultimate favorite.
I like that book too. I actually did a book review on it last week.
Really?
Yeah, but this week it's Sister's Keeper.
Oh.
So Jody, where did you come up with title, My Sister's Keeper? Like, did it come early or late, or how did that come to be?
Well, it was really weird because I actually came up with the title after I wrote the book. I was walking with my friend one morning just exercising, and that's when it just came to me.
Just total random?
Mm-hmm.
That's really interesting. So Jody, do you have like the same writing schedule every day, or does it change season by season or day by day, or do you do the same thing every day? Or?
Well, actually it varies. Usually I wake up 5:30, take a walk, come back at 7, drop my kids off at school, and I'll usually write then, or I'll write like after they're sleeping.
So you write like 5 days a week?
Yeah, I write 5 days a week, usually, unless I'm on tour or I go to a library appearance.
So Jody, are you currently working on any other books for the future?
I am working on another book. Comes out in 2010, except I'm not supposed to say anything, so all you watchers have to go read it for yourself.
You can't give us any clues or anything?
Nope.
Well, it's been a pleasure having you, Jody. Thanks for spending time with us. We'll be right back after this short break, and stay tuned to the Bell Show.